And this is the last live episode of When the Blitz Hits the Fan of this season for like 3 months. We won't be back to late July, early August. But I'm Izac with Fun Football Podcast and Blitz, and my co-host Med. How you doing, dude?
I muted myself again. I'm doing great, man. How you doing today?
I'm exhausted, but we've had a long week. But I'm really excited for these guys because I've been ready for this show for a while. We also got Mary. Mary, how you doing?
I'm hurt again. I hurt my ankle again.
Dude, that's such a bummer. Seriously. I'm sorry. How are you doing otherwise? You ready for this?
Yeah, we have an exciting 2 weeks coming up. I'm excited.
Yeah. Yes, you especially do. We're gonna have a lot of fun tonight. We'll pitch that at the end. But we've got some special guests here. We've got the band, the Dennis Cockerham band, Trailerpark Country. How you guys doing?
Welcome to the Trailer Park.
Man, makes me feel just
Welcome
like
to
home.
the Trailer Park. It's great to be here. As you can tell, these guys are getting ready to come back in. He's going to let them in. We didn't want him to kick in the tin door or nothing, so.
Well, I'm going to preview y'all's. I'm going to show your music really quick. I'm going to play like 30 seconds of it. Let's do it. I've got it ready in the background. Let's play this.
Oof.
Sit back, relax a little bit. Let me tell you a story. See if yours is anything like mine. Remember when I was a kid? So much better when I popped the lid. Nail the wrap or open it up. Drop that tailgate on the truck. 2 good doors and no gun rack. I begged, please, could I sit him back? He said, maybe. Jump in the back, boy. Tailgate.
And this is also really cool because this is the first band we've ever had on the show. So I'm really excited, guys. That was awesome. Now we've got everybody here. How y'all doing?
Doing great. We're good.
So if you could go ahead and introduce each one of yourselves and how did y'all meet up and actually start doing this?
Well, my name's Neil Stack. I guess I'm the bass player / kind of doing some of the recording on this latest singles coming out here. And I met Dennis through work.
Oh.
We don't work for the same company or anything, but we both support adults with disabilities. So he's a driver. I work in a residential setting and kind of met that way, just hit it off. And yeah, we've been kind of working together. How long now? A month and a half?
Yep. About a month and a half. Here's the deal. Neil, both of these two are multi-talented on many different instruments. You know what I mean? And they have many roles. We try to do this. Neil is the boss of our recording. Jason's the boss of the band, and I ain't the boss of nothing. But they keep me in check because I bring the trailer park to the show.
Yeah.
So you know, I mean, that's sweet. I've known Jason since I was a kid. We both lived in a town in Nebraska, Norfolk, Nebraska, and he's always been big like this. You know what I mean? And I can't stand that. But so he helps keep me. He keeps the show in its radius, and Neil brings all the technical. You know what I mean? He handles the fine tune.
Right.
Nice.
So you know, it's kind of a balance. We have another guy. Jason has a brother, Dion, and he's in here, and soon Jason's son also is talking about joining in the band. So we're having some fun, you know. We all got our own trailers, but we thought about pushing them together, and we'd have a good sized double wide. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
Yeah. Hey, welcome to the trailer park.
Yes, sir.
That'd be a big deck. And I said deck.
Oh man.
So
well, I gotta start with it. It's the easy question, but what did y'all think of how was performing at the NFL Draft Tailgate? What was that experience like?
Well, I got to tell you something. So we got the notice on a short notice. So the whole band wasn't able to make the trip, and we had prior commitments, but it was something that you didn't want to turn down. So these guys put together the backing track for me, and they put it on a USB. And you got to imagine you got 32 teams represented. All right. The super personalities of each team, which is great. And then DJ's flown in from New York City. All the donations from the summit are being given to the Detroit Rescue Ministries for their homeless and housing projects. And I mean, they raised over $15,000. You know, they gave them a $15,000 check for 4 hours. But you have all this going on at one time, and they plugged in the USB, and the song started early. You know, everything started happening, and I was just like, "Hey, just be me, just be me." You know, what I mean, that's why we picked who was going. I was like, "Well, here we go. I'm gonna go do this," and we put on a heck of a show. One of them posted it was the best tailgating performance ever. Awesome. I don't know if I'd put it there because wait till they see the whole band. You know, because it'd definitely be way better. But it was really exciting. I don't know if you've ever been to a concert, but when you go to a concert, you have a feature act. Right before the feature act, you have an opener.
Right.
And the opener primes the audience for the feature act. You might not even remember some of the openers, but the job that they did was outrageous. That's what the fans do for every NFL team at every game. They prime the fans for the game. You know what I mean? So for me, it was great because we're a fan of the fans. It was great to be the one priming the fans to prime the fans. You know what I mean? And I was able just to kick loose. You know, I was able to be me. And truthfully, if you've seen the little clips online from the performance of the draft, that is what I do.
That's him.
That's the trailer park.
Guy.
You know what I mean? So I like that.
I can only imagine, man. I've been wanting to go to a draft, especially with next year being in Green Bay. I'm not wearing my jersey again tonight. I thought about it, but being a Packers fan, I want to go so bad. I know it. Med would love, not necessarily in Green Bay, but just to go. He's not, I don't know if you can tell. He's definitely a Packers fan.
I see it.
He roots for us because we own him every two Sundays every fall. We own him, or Monday or Tuesday.
There it is.
Whatever day it is. Monday.
You had Bear Maestro up there. You had Timmy the Bus from Chicago Bears Tailgating Club. A lot of super fans from the Bears were up there. Green Bay, they was in full force. You know what I mean? It was just the Tub Gators from Detroit. They actually have a hot tub that they bring to every tailgate, and they're in there tailgating, and they call it tub gating. It's just amazing.
Yeah, they were probably the smartest ones right there. I mean, how cold was it up there?
Yeah,
we got those in the trailer park too. They're called what? Feed tanks.
Feed tanks. Yeah, we just throw a little torch on them.
I was gonna say, my wife the other day, she was like, "Do you want to boil some peanuts?" And I was like, "Yeah," but it's a Southern thing. I'm down in South Carolina, so. Definitely out of my element as far as being a Chicago Bears fan. So I have to ask you, gentlemen, who is y'all's team?
All right, I can start. I'm a Denver Broncos fan myself.
So you had an interesting draft with that Bo Nix pick.
We did.
I don't know how you're feeling. I got to ask how you're feeling about that in a second.
Yeah, sure.
Was a Detroit Lions fan. Now I'm on KC.
You're having fun.
All right. Hey, and I'm just going to say it the way it is. I like all football. I don't care if it's college or NFL. But I'm all about the fans. The Tailgating Hall of Fame, for me, that's my team.
There you go.
They've got a whole structure, and they go to every tailgate, and they represent it. And for me, it's the party. It's the pre-party. You know what I mean? Every team in there, and I don't mean this like as some propaganda, for real. Like, I went up there and I went to the draft, the whole 9 yards. You know, we did the scoop, but this, you know how much the players put out on the field for each one of your teams. You know what I mean? They do a lot out there. Well, my view is that these guys do just as much in a different formula. You know what I mean? And it's a formula that I identify with. I'm not going to be out there playing football. You know what I mean? Like I'm 52, and I struck out in T-ball when I was 5 years old for West Point, Nebraska. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I shot Team Pizza Hut. Team Pizza Hut, missed it 4 times, man. They made me sit down. I was ruined. All right. So I am truthfully, you know what I mean? I'm all about the super fans and the fans and the tailgates. And these guys have all the references for the team. So we work out really well.
Okay, so I got to ask, what did you think of that Bo Nix pick, man? Were you happy? Were you upset? What were you thinking?
I was happy with it. We need a quarterback, so I mean,
I guarantee you, was a lot happier
we were
about
left.
that than Zach
That's
Wilson.
what we were left with. Sorry.
You said Zach Wilson's not happy.
I think it'll be good though. I'm cautiously optimistic. I'll say.
That's good.
I like it. Mary, what you got? You're up.
Okay. As I told Izac Med, I actually came up with questions this week. So what got you guys to perform in the NFL tailgate?
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? So
that song said it all,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, it's the song for real. The song was done proper. When the song first started, it was 3 chords and an acoustic guitar, and you know, I put it together like that. I bring it to Jason. Jason makes it better. You know what I mean? He's got way more experience on the instrument stuff, and he tells me, well, we need this in there, and then you got to do this with your voice there, or do that, and then once we get past all the technical part, and we get it ironed out, then I could just be me, and they run that. But the song really is where it's at, and they invited us. Like they invited us. The song was debuted. The song was debuted at the end of last season outside the Cleveland Browns game.
Oh wow!
Yeah, by the Greatest North American Tailgating Society and Captain Steve Weber. They debuted it before we ever released it. So outside the dog pound, there it was in Cleveland. We're from South Dakota, and our song's being heard in another state. Well, who wouldn't want that? You know what I mean? Hey, I barely get in a radio station outside the trailer. You know, I'm like, you know what I mean? Heck, it's being played in Cleveland, Ohio. So once they did that, Timmy the Bus from Chicago Bears played it at their tailgate. Doc Lightning from the LA Chargers played it at theirs. Freddie Chief Texan from the Houston Texans from Nuff Said, they played it at theirs. And then we said, here, film us some footage, send it to us. And they did that. And then we had USA Media TV, right, come in and film our tailgate as we performed. We put it all together, put out the video. We didn't follow any rules because you're supposed to release it properly and then put the link and let you know how you do that for numbers. We pre-released it on the Facebook and before we ever released it on Vivo and Samsungs and all those. But we had over 4,000 views and 98 shares in less than 2 days.
Oh wow!
Heck yeah, man! That's legit. I can talk about numbers because like we've been starting to get some solid numbers. We're pretty new too, but that's good stuff, dude. That's some good viewage.
Yeah. That was awesome. You know what I mean? And you know how many views? We've only had like 300 views on the YouTube. hey, Trailerpark likes free. We like the Trailerpark likes free.
Yeah. 328 plus 23 likes right now. So that was about an hour ago because I watched it again. I was kind of looking at it and I kind of wanted to ask you, but you already answered the question. I was like, how did he get all these other fans from all these other teams to actually be at this one spot? And then you're like, oh, they sent us the footage. I was like, oh, that's why.
And you know, and it made a good video. And you know, we filmed that video, our part of the video right here in Sioux Falls at the bus depot because it's cold. It's South Dakota.
Yeah.
You know, you barely get around outside. So, and we had it. We got down
during the blizzard.
During the blizzard. Yeah. During the blizzard.
Yeah.
That's commitment.
Yeah.
That's legit. Well, I'm hoping to send y'all some more fans. We've got almost 50 people watching right now, so hopefully y'all get some more fans. That was one of the reasons I wanted to bring y'all on.
It's cool. Listen, when we say we're a fan of the fans, it also comes with you're a fan. Like each one of you are a fan. Mm-hmm. That's why you do what you do. You know what I mean? You know, so doing this for me is also showing y'all that here's the deal. Like this is for real. It's not a promo. It's not nothing. Like I'm a fan of the fans. The commitment that you put in, trying to get your numbers, trying to reach people, trying to do everything to talk about what you love the most, your team, the game of football, your fans and your super fans. You know what I mean? And that's what's cool. And we support that. You know what I mean? Why wouldn't we?
You,
we want to do the same thing.
I've been wanting to do this since I was a kid. Honestly, once I realized I wasn't going to I just wasn't big enough, and I didn't stick with football long enough. Med was actually semi-pro. I'll let him tell that story. But once I realized I wasn't going to be able to play sports, I almost went for journalism, and it was a dream to become a broadcaster since I was a kid. Actually, I haven't actually said that on the air, and I'm divorced. I think part of the last relationship, I just never got into it. But then a year ago, I started having an itch, and I was like, maybe I should try this. And I think it's been a lot of work. Med knows, Mary knows, but man, it's been one of the most fun things I've ever done. So I'm gonna keep it going. It's been a blast. I'm enjoying it. Just the fact that people are watching. Like just 6 months ago, me and Med were audio only, and we were happy when we were getting like 5 people listening to our stuff audio, and now we're broadcast on a couple different networks. It's pretty legit. So it's been a lot of fun. But you guys are opening up a new whole arena for us, bringing bands on, because that's something I was hoping to do, and I didn't. This is just awesome, man. So we appreciate you guys coming on too.
Yeah, hey, you know what? And check it out. You're right here in the studio. You know what I mean? You're here in the studio. You see Jason get here. It's cool, right? We got guitars, soundboards, everything right here. You're here. So this is where it's done.
That's amazing.
Man, I almost was going to ask y'all if towards the end of the show, I don't know if you'd be up for it or not. I don't know if you guys don't have everybody, if you'd play for us on the air later. I don't know if that's something y'all would be into or not. I thought that'd be kind of fun.
Why wouldn't we?
Man.
Hey, lowered expectations is what I told my wife. So when I do something average, it is great. You know what I mean? So that's how we start off. We're all about it.
And it's so much work starting and trying to get seen in any arena, in podcasting, in music. It's like there's so many people out there. My wife just showed me an artist like 2 days ago I'd never heard of. And it's just like it's so difficult to get seen and for people to just know that you exist. Football podcasting, there's millions of them now. There's so many country artists out there. So kudos to you guys. And Brad nailed it. Building a brand is a ton of work. That was the thing I didn't expect. It's a lot, man.
Trey, you know
but
me.
You guys got shirts. Look at you. You're ahead of the game. You guys got merch.
We got shirts, we got flags, we got koozies. You need to keep the beer cold. You know what I mean? We threw out koozies at the draft for free. You know what I mean? And here's the thing.
That's genius, by the way. Free. Yeah. You're like, we're gonna spend money free. We've thought about doing merch, but free stuff. But it's got your name on it, so that's really smart.
Yeah. So the key of it is like, here's my thing: is that it doesn't matter. A lot of people you got a voice. You got a voice. You know what I mean? And you're using your voice, and we use ours in a different way. But there's a whole crowd of people that are also fans that don't get heard, or don't. People are not aware of the culture that primes the culture they see on TV. People are not aware of what's behind the teams. You know what I mean? Like, and truthfully, I want to be their voice. I want to be at every tailgate, and I want to perform and help them prime the fans for their team. You know what I mean? And it's all about team unity for me. You know what I mean? Like when you can like any team you want, but when you get in that tailgate, they're all on the same side.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's where the Tailgating Hall of Fame came in. You know, they're all about, no matter how you are, how big of rivals you are out there on the field, when you get to that tailgate, we got one thing in common. You know what I mean? And let's do this. And they do it big. They do it big. And that association is so big. I was unaware of it when I first started off. You know what I mean? When we first started, we didn't know what the Tailgating Hall of Fame was. But why wouldn't the trailer park and the tailgate be so similar? I mean, what is it? A parking lot and a whole bunch of different size trailers.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it's like walking into the house. You know what I mean? We fit right in.
Right.
We got a person that he's part of our network now. He's watching. He's got a really good question for y'all. Question for the band: what would they say is an aspiring songwriter? I was gonna say some. I was gonna ask like what some inspirations were for you guys and artists too.
Well, for me, you have to express your emotions, and you want to share your emotions with people. But the words you select may not always be the best fit for your song. So you've got to kind of run around the edges a little bit and find something that kind of works, that expresses that same emotion. It may not be exactly what you want to say, but it's close, and it still pulls that same emotion from people.
Yeah, when I'm working with these guys too, I always view songwriting as, again, being very emotional. What the music should reflect the emotion that you have in the lyrics, whatever they are. If it's sorrow, if it's happiness, if it's joy, the music should speak to that as well. You should be able to recognize that without even having to understand what the lyrics are. You know what I mean? So just make sure that comes across in the music.
Hell, back in the 80s, they used to throw anything in the song. Yabba-doo-doo-ba-ba. You know, any
You're
goofy
right.
little slang, and then everybody knew that little goofy slang too. So,
True story. Yeah.
invokes
I mean, that's one of the
emotions.
biggest things I look for when I listen to music is like, does it speak? Like, there's different ways it can speak to you. It could just tickle your brain a little bit, just it just hits, or it's a combination of that and the lyrics. It just, that's I think what there's artists today, and there's been artists that's what's made people stand out. So I like that answer a lot. Med, what you got?
So, quick question, guys. Go ahead, Dennis. I'm sorry.
All right, I just want to say, you speak your truth. You speak your truth. I got no problem writing lyrics for me. Like I got no problem writing lyrics, but you speak your truth, and as long as you're true to that, and you add that to a cadence, there are going to be other people who resonate with it.
Right.
That's the facts. Tailgating when I was growing up, look, keggers. I'm from a small town of West Point, Nebraska. All right, and we just have brick roads. And here's the thing. We dropped the tailgate and have I remember so many times going around and getting money for the keg. I wake up the next day having half full cash. You know what I mean? But we dropped the tailgate. You know what I mean? Wherever we dropped the tailgate, that was where the party was. So that was kind of cool.
That's legit, dude.
So, question for all three of y'all is that, like y'all were talking about inspiration, you kind of gave me a third eye for a second. I was like Nirvana at last, but who is y'all's biggest inspiration? What is that one song that you grew up with that really just popped for you?
Oh, wow. There are so many.
There's so many. One.
Yeah.
That's tough, man. That's a good question.
Me. I don't know. I used to listen to, my folks used to play the record player all the time, and they used to have Hank Jr. and Oak Ridge Boys, and but I was kind of a rocker, so
I was too.
Ozzy was my guy.
Love Ozzy.
Oh yeah, man! I saw him once. That was the best. Oh,
So
that was one of my favorite
was
stories. Ozzy, I like it.
Well, growing up, what got me into playing music, actually, my brother was a big Metallica fan. And so that made me a big Metallica fan. Specifically anything pre-Black Album. Black Album to me is like, okay, everything before that's their best work. So when I started learning to play guitar, I grew up on a farm, had nothing to do. I decided I wanted to learn every Metallica solo. So I started teaching myself how to play every Kirk Hammett solo. To a varying degree of success. I got probably 80% of them there. But, I'm like 14, 15. So that was kind of my start.
I saw them live with Death Magnetic in 08. Man, that was one of my favorite shows. That was legit. And I thought that album was one of their best in a while, if you like that one or not. I'm not sure if you're a fan, but because I get what you're saying, because the Black Album, even though it's got some hits, it was the mainstream. It was for the mainstream. So, yeah.
Oh, you're waiting for this? So first of all, my dad was a musician up in Des Moines, Iowa, Iowa Jam, and he did the 50s and 60s. And man, that dude can sing, man. He can sing. Props to him. And he actually gave me all his equipment now. So that's kind of where my thing got on a roll. He's getting old, but I got chills. They're multiplying.
Oh,
Grease is my favorite movie of all time, man. Hey, I'm just that's me, man. T-Birds all the way, baby. T-Birds in the trailer park.
That was not
That was so good. My wife would have loved that. Man, I know she's not watching right now. I'm going to play this for her later, and she's going to go nuts. She loves that movie.
Man, I got the movie. I studied it all, you know. Hey,
I was gonna say I saw you cutting some rug up on your video, dude. I was sitting there. I was like, and everyone else, I didn't expect the Denver Broncos or the Chiefs, but when I saw you flashing the shirt with every single team logo, I was like, yeah, he's just a regular football fan.
That's right.
Awesome.
That's it. That's it. And,
Very nice.
and you know what? I have never paid so much for a shirt in my life. We got a store in town called Savers, all right? You know what I mean? And that way I can say that shit ain't mine. But you know, you go in there, $5 for a T-shirt. That's where I shop most of the time. That was $138 for that shirt.
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
Get that on the nice hanger.
But it said what it represented me properly.
Yeah.
So that's what I really wanted to do, was represent myself the way I seen it.
Yeah, that bad boy better get dry cleaned afterwards.
Agreed.
I'm loving all these comments.
Kicked me out. I slept in the shed that night.
Mary, you're up. What you got?
Yeah. So, are you guys interested in collaborating with anyone in the future? Like any other fans or musician groups?
I'm sorry. Did you ask if we were collaborating with anybody?
If we
Yeah,
were,
but anyone like musician groups other than like us, obviously.
we're willing to.
Are we willing to? Absolutely,
Yeah.
positively. I love working with other musicians. They give me fuel for my fire. And when I get on stage with any musicians, what they've got, it makes little wheels turn in my head, and I hear these magical sounds coming from them, and it inspires me to create something else. So absolutely.
You said something earlier. What was it? You can't make music in solitude?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
He's got these
difficult.
Buddha inspiring little things that he'll throw in. You really got to pay attention because the depth of them.
Okay,
You can write a whole song.
It's difficult to make music in solitude. It's not impossible, but the more help you get, the better it is. That process
very deep.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
hey, yeah. That's our guy. You know what I mean? If we got a question, we just come down, Neil.
Didn't realize Neil was Gandhi.
That's
Yeah.
right. Now,
I
ladies and
got a
gentlemen, welcome to the Gandhi Trailer Park.
Yeah.
Neil.
I've got a quick, easy one for you. Just guessing. Who do you think you saw the most fans of at the NFL draft? What team?
I would say
Detroit.
Yeah.
Detroit? I figured, but I had to ask. I was like, was it the Lions or was it somebody else?
You would be. It was. I mean, 274,000. I think. You know. What I mean, like it was that they capped it. It is never. They had to stop letting. You know, it was outrageous. There's so many people there, so many different stages, so many things going on. And you know, like how you said about busting a move out there, like these guys. I had to take this little thing because I didn't have the band, so I had this little box that I call a band in a box. And I didn't even have time to set up the audio on it. So wait, like I said, wait till if y'all pay attention to us in the future, a live performance when I got the band and I don't have to step on a box to try to get my chorus. You know, when I got these guys singing the backups, they're going to catch me out in the audience, you know what I mean? Or I'm going to break a hip. I'm 52.
I'm 43. I'm right there with you.
We got like every decade here. I think I'm in my 30s, man. He's in his 20s. All right, Med, what else you got?
Come back to me in a second. Let's see if there's any questions from the people right now.
Yeah.
Mary, you got anything?
Yeah, I have two more.
Okay, what you got?
So do you have an album, and where can people buy it? Yeah.
We currently have 2 singles out.
Okay.
Like I said, we're independent and we don't have any sponsor. Like we did have a few smaller labels reach out to us or whatnot. Here's the thing: I used to write for a a particular organization song right. And so, the history behind Tailgate Crazy is that they sent it back to us 3 times, and they wanted us to take out what they called the third verse, which was the bridge, which defined the whole song. It said, I don't rope no cattle. I don't ride a horse. When I drop my tailgate down, I'm country to the core. They want us to take that out because they said everybody in their area does that. And I said, well, we're not talking about you, So then Jason said, let's put it out ourselves. So we released it independently, and that costs, that to get it done proper, that costs some money. So we've been releasing our singles one at a time in a way that we can afford. So if any of y'all out there want to hear the whole album, hey, we're looking for a sponsorship. Like I said, we've already been to the NFL, so we've got people knocking now.
Let me work on that right now. Go fund me.
Yeah, we've got people. We've got some people knocking on the doors and stuff, and that's hard to navigate. We're just simple folk from South Dakota, but dirt rich, dirty poor was our kickback because they would not accept. They wanted us to change Tailgate Crazy. It describes who we are, the trailer park. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We don't need you. Nobody put us here. We're putting ourselves here. You know what I mean? We're doing this. We're going to do it however far we go. We're going to have fun doing that. Mm-hmm. So we're on Spotify, Apple, all the streaming app forms. If you want to listen for free, we're on the YouTube. You can download, buy them. Obviously, you make like 0.000 cents for every stream. But
I know.
But the main thing is,
small.
Yeah, but the main thing is that people hear our music, that they hear our music, so they hear our truth, they relate to it, and we already have a promise that we are going to be flown in to the Texan Houston's tailgate by the Enough Said tailgaters, and they're going to put us on top of an ambulance, and we're going to perform. You know what I mean? So we're going to put on a show. It's going to be way better than the show that you've seen there, because we're going to be there live, all of us.
And I gotta tell you, that's my drug of choice. I love playing live. There is no better feeling, no better high, no better stage than right there in front of the crowd, playing to somebody who's looking right back at you, singing your words.
And let me change that. It's going to be on top of a fire truck. Freddie Chief Texan from Enough Said Tailgaters is putting us on top of his fire engine. You know what I mean? And Timmy DeBus has talked about bringing us to Chicago, putting us on top of the bus of the ambulance, and having the lights go on the whole 9 yards. So, there are places where bands want to go. We may never be the halftime show, but we're going to be in the parking lot. There's a lot less wardrobe malfunctions in the parking lot.
That's for sure. Nicely played. I like it. It's funny that you guys say that, because that's like kind of my dream. Like it's been crazy. Like even getting views. It's not music, but I want. Like we're putting so much effort into this that's mine and Med and Mary's goal is to get seen by as many people. We haven't had a sponsor yet, but we are brand new. We started. Med's none of us are even at a year yet, so that's our goal too. But you kind of answered the question, but I'm just curious. Like, what's your? You kind of just hit it, but what are some of your dreams and like goals as a band moving forward? Any other targets that you guys have?
Yeah. First, the truth of it is, I would love to hear one of our songs on the FM radio.
Man, that would be sick. There you go.
But I mean, it's all over the internet. It's on the things that require it to be meditated properly. It's out there and it's streaming. But for me, it's the only ego part of me that I have is that to be heard on the radio would be really cool. Mm-hmm. But if it ends with us at every tailgate performing for those fans, I'm good. Okay. I'm good. You know what I mean? You know how many people are in the parking lot? It's bigger than some stadiums.
Yeah,
it's bigger than some stadiums.
You guys just the 270 at the draft, the 1,000. Yeah, like that's over 3 times. That's like 3 times as big as any NFL stadium.
And this is what I'm doing. This is where the proof is in the pudding of how I believe. Like that's why I asked about the link for this show, because I went on and I posted it on all fans, all fans united. I posted it on the Tailgating Hall of Fame, Chicago Bears Tailgating Club.
You
You know,
rock.
I put it on all the groups that the Trailer Park is
Thanks,
part
man.
of, and I posted that, hey, look, we gonna be live on here tonight, and so I make sure that I give these guys shout outs because they lift us up. You're lifting us up. We gonna lift you up too because that's what we do together. You know what I mean?
That's awesome because that's exactly how the podcasting community is. And that's been one of my favorite parts. Me and Matt didn't know each other before this. I just met him 5 months. Well, yeah, not even 5 months ago. I met him on Facebook. I listened to his show. I was like, hey, dude, you want to collab? He actually was my first. I was on his show. I was his first guest, and he was my first guest. And now we've got a show, and we've started a network together in less than 5 months. So
That's cool.
we didn't know each other before this.
Jason, hey, I went to go audition for Jason's band, and I wasn't good enough. he said I wasn't ready yet.
He wasn't ready.
I wasn't ready yet. Hey, you know how hard that was, man? This is my buddy. I went down, tried the songs. I'd never heard any of them songs before. Hey, and then you know, you could just tell. He was like, "Yeah, take them home and practice, and I'll get back with you." I did though. I did.
That's actually one of the rough things that you actually have to deal with what y'all do and what we do is that sometimes you deal with the rejection every now and then, and you just basically you learn from it. You actually grow from it. And you know, there's a comment in here that Isaac, can you post up there in a second?
This one?
Yeah. And I this is kind of what I was going towards, but Peter beat me to the punch. What are the experiences that have shaped your lyrics? I mean, you can hear it in your voice. So, I mean, y'all probably had some things to where y'all's lyrics, I mean, I get to Trailer Park. I understand Dirty Rich, Dirty Poor too, because I've been there.
So you know what comes with that. You know what I mean?
Sir.
So I believe that I'm really focused.
Jason.
I don't have a band. Hey, here we are.
They're starting the show together, and they're both, and they just recorded their first episode ever, which we haven't even gotten to check out because they just sent it to us right before this. Sorry, that's my dogs and my daughter walking in.
That's all right.
And
you got ours in the closet.
They just did their first show. It's hilarious. They're just both watching in the background. I love it.
Listen, you know, I really focus a lot on moving forward. I have, which I think each person has a history of, and without divulging the next songs that will be coming out.
Yes, sir. We
have a plan, and it's in effect. We have Gravel Road, which will be dropping after we debut it, June 1st. We'll be dropping that out. Neil's in the process of doing his magic with that, getting it all ready for the thing. And, you know, Jason, I say it all the time, props to these two. Here's the thing. Jason has been with, hey, when he got back and he said, here, man, and I said, well, you want to do this thing with me? And, you know, he's like, well, you know, he came over, he stuck with me through the whole thing. And it's been really cool. And he makes everything that I do better because look, I got like this half a thumb. There's a Trailer Park story for you. It wasn't always half. I wasn't born like this. Hey, but, there's a song coming. No, there's
gonna be a song about that one.
Yeah, 3 chords. You take it to Jason. I tell a story, and it's a true story. Every single song that comes out is related. So far to me. Jason is in the process of sharing one of his songs, and that'll be freaking awesome. I can't wait for that. Just the twists and turns of how these things can do. But I'm going to, as we divulge things, I'm going to share more. I want the music to speak for itself before my story, and that's important to me. Moving forward, that people see me first. Like I've been at the NFL Draft, 2024 Super Fan Summit Tailgate. I performed there, and there are not too many people who can say that. It was hey, this music right here that these guys make, hey, was played there, and there's not a lot of people, especially in the Midwest, that can say that. I don't know anybody else to tell you the truth. First of all, it was the first ever, and we were part of it. We were invited.
That's legit. That's so cool.
Now we've been invited
to an NFL draft, and you performed at the first
Hey, ever.
NFL Sunday
Super fan
tailgate ever.
tailgate.
That's awesome.
Hey, and they raised $15,000 for a charity. That's what I'm saying. That it's not just what people think. There's so much done to this, and they accepted us without any back history, without anything. And I'll tell you what I did is that I went back and spent the night with just like the Bears draft, right? I was like, I went back and spent the night with the Greatest North American Tailgating Society, and there I played the songs that we have not yet cut in the studio, and I sang them for them, and I got their feedback, and I got to see how they felt about them and where they're related, and give them a tidbit of the stories behind it, and there gets depth. You know, I mean, we get some of the Buddha. The Buddha comes out. You know, what I mean, After Gravel Road is a song called "Smokey and the Bandit." And that song starts to tell you who I am, where I come from. And
Texarkana?
Huh?
Texarkana?
Texarkana. What? He knows his stuff. Hey, I like this guy. hey, Texarkana, you know what I mean? Go get him. But
that's awesome.
Yeah, so we plan on releasing it and hitting the goal is to hit the country mainstream genre. I believe that some of these other ballads are important to show that, yeah, we can have fun, but we can sing a ballad and we can do it with emotion.
There you go.
I like that.
Yeah.
So to rewind what you were discussing earlier, and we are talking kind of about inspirations. For instance, my inspiration when I went in to play football was my dad. That's actually he had a chance to play with Bear Bryant, but he I guess the best way to put it, couldn't keep it in his pants, so he stayed home, was a daddy. Then the Atlanta Falcons came up and talked to him about being on their practice squad. Once again, was being a dad. And you brought up your dad, and this is why I'm kind of bringing it up now. And he was actually, it felt like he was the one that really kind of inspired you to come down this path. So question to all three of you again, because I like that, like multi-purpose it. Who was the person that inspired y'all to come down the musical path?
Good question.
You guys, when you guys,
he was gonna go deep. He was going deep, wasn't he? He was going deep.
My whole family's been in music since I don't know when, because my grandpa, he played 7 instruments, and he was a fantastic musician. He played with some of the jazz bands of, the Lawrence Welk days. And yeah, there you go. The Geritol, yeah. Anyway, both my parents were in bands. It was just a natural path for me to follow.
Mm-hmm.
Always had music on in the house. And when I got to be about 8 years old, my dad bought me a guitar, took me to guitar lessons, hated that shit. And when I was 12, I decided to pick it up and learn for myself. So I taught myself, and I taught my little brothers how to play. My little brothers are great musicians. My kids are musicians. I don't know. Music's always been in my blood, I guess. So my grandpa was a great inspiration. My dad was a great inspiration. A guy named Jim Casey. I don't know if you get maybe somebody's out there's heard of him. He was from my hometown. Great musician. Lived down in Nashville for a while. Did a lot of stuff down there. All great inspirations. He was a neighbor, a friend, even to a dorky kid that kept asking him 101 questions about playing music and guitar. He had the patience, and that's my inspirations. Yeah.
Heck yeah. Good. Awesome answer.
Yeah, I guess for me, a big inspiration, honestly, was just growing up. So I was born in 1988.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of the cusp of internet. But mainly the big thing, if you remember, was like VH1, MTV.
Yeah.
I just used to spend hours and hours as a kid watching music videos, pop-up video.
I used to watch those top countdowns. Did you watch those? The top 20 countdown on VH1. Oh man, what was the MTV show? What was that called? The one they do it every week. What the heck was the name of it?
Headbangers Ball.
No,
And before all that was Friday night videos.
Yes.
You know,
I was
Friday
gonna say,
night
I remember
videos.
Friday night video.
I used to watch
Friday night
those.
videos.
No, there's something else. I'll remember it later. It was on MTV. It was
We
some
didn't
kind of
have cable.
countdown. I can't remember it.
Hey, we didn't have cable.
I think Carson Daly was on it.
Carson.
Oh,
Total Request
Total
Live.
Request Live.
Yes, that's it. There you go.
Hey,
There
we
you
didn't
go.
have cable. All right, you're making fun of me.
And I had the little turn knob too.
Man,
Sorry,
yeah,
man.
you know what I mean?
Keep going.
Friday
I
night
apologize.
videos for Pyromania, Def Leppard, you know, Friday night videos come out. That was the hit.
Def Leppard.
Man, I used to watch
Yeah,
Soul
man.
Train back in the day.
Soul Train, hey.
There you go.
Neil, go ahead.
But yeah, man, I was born in '88 too, man. Keep going. I'm sorry. Finish that. I want to hear the rest of that.
Yeah, well, not much else. So, you know, I just kind of always was into music. That was probably the main thing I would watch. And when I finally got old enough, you know, some piano lessons, whatever. Then finally picked up guitar. I had a grandma that was great at piano. I had a grandpa who was a great drummer. And music has just always come very easy to me. I learned bass very quickly. I learned guitar very quickly. Learned drums very quickly. So just kind of comes to me naturally, I guess.
I don't learn anything very quickly. All right. My dad.
I like this answer by Peter.
Yeah.
Hey, Chelsea. He said it's awesome to hear the emotion y'all put into that. Thank you for your honesty and openness there. I completely agree.
I was a young kid and my parents split. So my dad went back to Des Moines. My mom moved to Norfolk, Nebraska. And me and my older sister were given to our grandparents to be raised. So we see my dad irregularly, but we always heard about him. And he was a great musician. When we did see him, he was at jam sessions and jamming and the whole thing. So I spent my whole childhood longing to be like Pops. That's my answer.
Nice, man.
Yeah. I actually had two family members that tried to go the musical route. My brother, he's kind of like y'all, where it was crazy to actually see him do it, but I couldn't do it because I just didn't have the coordinations. But he, like any instrument he pick up, like Neil, he played the piano, and then he'd be like, "Oh well, I'm going to learn the violin." Then he hit the drums. Then he could shred on the guitar. But I used to grow up, and I would hear, you know, Guns N' Roses, Metallica, AC/DC, all the hardcore stuff back in the day. I mean, really cool stuff. And to hear y'all say that, it's actually kind of bringing up some old memories of me when I was growing up as a kid. You know, my dad would come in and beat on the his door and be like, "You need to cut that shit down. It's 9:30." But
Yeah, that's right.
We actually had a cousin. They're a regional band that used to be a guitarist for a group called the Diesel Brothers in the Southeast. And so I understand what y'all are going through. And it's really cool. Y'all are grinding. You know, I heard that one of y'all was a trucker. Y'all both met on work and everything like that. And a lot of people, you know, it's hard at first, but you're getting it done. So it's really cool to actually hear how y'all's story of where you're at right now.
I work. My company is actually they're based out of Pierce, South Dakota, which is West River. What I do is I drive a bus for those people who utilize wheelchairs. And so we take them. Your sponsor, your dad. I didn't catch it. But,
this is great. Peter said, if it's too loud, you're too old, right?
Peter, did you hear the part where my dad was built like a pro football player? We didn't say anything to my dad.
That's right.
You're like,
right.
We said, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That's good.
There you go.
Oh, Janae's on here.
Yep. Janae's having fun too. Her favorite's Prince. Favorite two country bands are Zach Brown and Dolly. And then Peter said fair point to that.
Let me tell you a little something about Zach Brown. They did a show up here at Jackrabbit's field. Jackrabbits is South Dakota University. It's not South Dakota State University.
Yeah,
That's their stadium.
Mhm.
He came up and did a amazing medley of rock songs. Zach Brown kicks ass. He did Ozzy better than Ozzy did Ozzy.
Whoa, really? Interesting.
That guy
I
was like, whoa.
say what?
You just
I
said a
would
lot.
not have expected that. I'm gonna
Yeah.
have to go find that on YouTube. That's legit.
Kind of like how
Mary,
you said,
you-
Jason.
What?
There was my wife actually got tickets to Edwin McCain one time, and I remember just sitting there. I was like, okay, I guess I'll go.
You're like-
And so we went there because this is a guy that was known for a love song. I can't remember the name of the song, but it was a big hit back in the 90s. And you know, he of course plays that towards the end, but before he did that, he was shredding the whole damn time. I was sitting there like, dude, this dude is killing it right now. You know, and I was like, where's the CD? Why didn't any of this stuff pick up? And it was because, well, he had a love song. So
I'm gonna hit the comments, and I want Mary to ask the next question. Chelsea said she's excited to go see Luke Combs, but she's loving the show. Janae has a question for you guys. Would you guys ever sign to a big label or stay independent?
It depends. Big labels like the biggest part of the check, and you know, it's not all about money, but it is about being able to create what we want to create. And if they squeeze all the life out of the fun for us, then no.
Yeah.
No, I get that, because like if we got signed by like The Ringer or something, and I don't think they would, but like I don't know if I'd want to go on ESPN because you couldn't say what you actually want to say.
Right.
Couldn't
Exactly.
like I watch the guys say things that I know. I'm like, there's no way they fully believe that. It's just for TV.
Yeah, I can't.
I don't think that'd be as much fun.
I don't even have the imagination for it, for something like that. You know, like I said, we're from South Dakota. You know what I mean? Like, I traveled to Detroit, and like you can't even go inside to get the fast food. You know what I mean? There's like bars on the windows and stuff. You know what I mean? Like we're in South Dakota, and so
For sure.
it's hard to imagine such a thing. I'm 52. There's an end game to this probably. You know what I mean? These guys are younger. If they have a you can't tell. Like, you guys ever watch Jerry Springer? Because we watch Jerry Springer at the trailer park.
man, I used to watch it all the time. Run home from school.
Hey,
Just
doesn't he look like
turn
a
it
guy
on.
with Jerry Springer?
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
But
And I'm not Stone Cold Steve Austin, and I'm not the guy from Pawn Stars.
all right, we don't want to get him confused. But here's the thing: the goal is to have fun, and there is a part of it that you'd be a liar. I'd be a liar to say that if I didn't have some type of dream, I'd be lying. My dream is to play for crowds who want to hear us play and to have fun doing it. I'll never tell you. You know, I was told not to do this by this particular organization, but I may not be the best singer that you ever see. We may not play every freaking thing. I mean, these guys are geniuses with that, but I can't do what they can do. But here's the thing: when you come to watch us perform live, I'm going to put on a show. When these guys are playing the instruments and I just got the mic in my hand, it's something different. It's something different for me. I'm there to make sure that you have a good time. And I'm going to do whatever it takes, and I'll sacrifice every part of me to do it.
Like it. Mary, you had one more. What was your last question?
Med took it, but I thought of a different one.
All right, what you got?
So, sorry, Med. It was the inspiration one. It was the influences one. So I know there's a big rodeo in Austin, Texas, the Austin Rodeo. Josh Turner has performed there before. Would you be interested in doing that?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
I can get you guys.
Because I live in Texas, so you all should come down. I'm from Michigan. It's funny because I'm from Michigan originally, but I'm actually I'm visiting Texarkana in a few weeks. It's funny you brought that up. I live just south of Dallas. So
While you're getting us in,
I can try. I have contacted
Listen to
them
the
before.
rodeo at least.
she's our connections person. I'm probably second in that foray. She somehow lands these huge shows.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Well, we
uh-huh.
definitely-
I
we're
want you to pitch them all at
definitely
the end in a minute, in a few.
Yeah, we definitely
got-
do it. And here's the thing, priming the fans.
There's a fan right there. Janae will come see, and you can come in too.
Thank you.
Hey, yeah.
And
There
we're
you go.
coming to Houston. We are going to be in Houston.
Might
We
have
know
to
that for
try,
sure.
but we'll be in
We'll be-
Houston.
I didn't know this. Jason said this a minute ago. Our backup tight end, he actually might be our starter this year. Tucker
Yes,
Kraft
he
plays for
did.
the Jackrabbits.
Yes, he did.
I did not know that. Jason
Yes, he
comes
did.
and
What?
Jason and Med come with some stuff, man. I love it. Seriously. Peter's been firing some good questions. I like it. What's the best concert you've ever seen live? And Med and Mary, if you guys want, I think everybody should answer this one. It'd be fun.
I was gonna say, yeah, I've been
Trailer Park, what you guys got? Favorite band or
Favorite
artist?
concert you've ever seen live.
Sorry,
My
favorite concert.
favorite
Anything.
concert was Van Halen, hands down.
Oh yeah. Oh, nice. Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah. I saw two. I saw 1984, and I saw the. I don't even know what it's called. It was the last one he did with his kid. Was on tour with him. 14 years
Excellent.
old. Wolfgang was doing tours with him. Came out and played some guitar with his dad. Yeah,
That's
I
pretty
took my kids to that one. That was awesome.
Very nice.
Steve Miller Band.
Ooh.
Steve Miller Band. Me and my wife. My wife's
My
name's
dad
Tamara.
loves both.
Love you, babe. You
Yeah.
got the shout out. She's number one. We went to the Steve Miller Band outside of Iowa. One of the small towns in Iowa. We went to that, and man, I like Steve Miller.
My dad listened to so much Van Halen and Steve Miller Band growing up. I haven't gotten to see either of them, unfortunately, but very nice. What you got, man? What was your favorite?
Actually, for me, definitely different than you guys. Around probably circa 2008, I got a chance to see Sigur Rós, and they were incredible.
Very cool.
That still stuck with me. That
Very
performance.
nice.
Kid Rock was
Mary,
the second best.
What?
Sorry, I had to put that in there. Kid Rock was the second best.
Very nice. That's cool.
He opened for Bon Jovi in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
And let me tell you, and I'm not trying to knock you, Bon Jovi. I like some of your new country stuff. So, but they had to bring Kid Rock back on stage. I don't know if they had to, but he did come back on the stage.
He came back out.
Ouch.
Oh.
I feel like that would be cool just for both artists, honestly. But
It was.
Mary,
It was.
do you have any
Yeah.
favorites?
My mom took me to see Trans-Siberian Orchestra in San
Oh,
Antonio.
I've seen them.
Yeah.
I've actually seen them. They put on a show. They had Firefly. That was so cool. I saw them in Arizona. I used to live in Phoenix. I saw them there with one of my best buds. It was legit. Med, what was your favorite?
The last one I went to was a Brantley Gilbert concert that also had Jelly Roll and Steel Panther in it.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Oh, yeah, we went to Jelly Roll.
Oh,
Yeah, Jelly Roll is actually really good.
that's what I've heard. My buddy invited me. We didn't go.
Went.
Recent one I like. We saw Matchbox 20. That was a lot of fun. But I got to give the fun answers. I saw Queen with Adam Lambert. That's number 3, actually. That was legit, though. That was pretty sick. Air Supply also put on a good show. My wife, I saw them with her. But Metallica, it's tied for number 1, and I'm going to disappoint some people with number 1, but
Kenny G.
it's a tie. I got Metallica. I saw them. I already said it. In 08, Death Magnetic, and I saw Taylor Swift. So I'm just gonna,
Oh.
Okay.
yeah, Reputation for. So yeah,
This interview
but
is
I
over.
knew it was gonna happen. But I was like, I'm just gonna be honest because I've gone to a lot of concerts. So yeah.
Well,
But I like a
just a
lot of
sidebar.
different. Man, I grew up. My parents grew me up on rock, and then as I got older, they were playing. We transitioned from Def Leppard and AC/DC and Pink Floyd, and as we were growing up, my
Taylor
dad started
Swift?
playing Creed and Eminem, and I've listened to every genre. So yeah, all over the place.
on a side note, my significant other will tell you her favorite concert was the one I was sick for, and she took her friend. It was Shinedown and the Pretty Reckless.
Shinedown. No,
How was that?
I like Shinedown.
Well, according to them, it was phenomenal. I should have been there.
Shinedown,
Are
man.
you
I would absolutely go to see them for sure. Very nice. Oh man, that was so much fun. Y'all got anything else? I want to hear them playing a few. You guys got any other questions?
Well, Janae likes Dennis's hat.
Oh, yeah. Peter's got a fun one. Skillet, Flyleaf, and Toby Mac together. Janae went to a 5-finger death punch. I have actually seen them as well. That was freaking awesome. Jelly Roll's awesome. Ooh, wait. Jason's got a good question for you guys. Are you guys going to play at the 2025 NFL Draft in Green Bay? Have you been invited?
We have been
invited.
There you go.
Shoot, seriously?
It hasn't been made official, but they definitely said that they hope to see us then. And the goal would be to come as a full band.
Heck yeah. Also, I didn't formally do it, but I would absolutely love sometime next season when it's a good time for everybody. I want y'all to come back on after your next couple singles come out. That'd be legit.
Yeah.
Right on.
We'll be taking a hiatus through the summer, so it'll be perfect because you guys will have a couple more songs come out. We'll be back in August and September, and I want you guys to come back on. That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
for sure.
Absolutely.
Very cool.
Good.
Ned, you got any other questions?
No, well, I was thinking about like what Jason was talking about earlier when Janae brought up the whole independent versus major label thing, and the first song that came to mind when he was talking about that was Billy Squires' "The Stroke," because that basically plays exactly what goes on with major labels sometimes.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of horror stories, for sure.
Yeah.
Peter says he's going to be there. Look for the guy wearing the Bears jersey. Oh, I'm hoping to go. Jason might be there. I'm hoping I can afford it. I'm pretty broke. I'm a teacher, so I don't make a lot of money.
I'm going to the draft.
Lucky. My hope is like we get a sponsor by then, and they'll pay for us to go do the show there. I don't think that's going to happen in the next year, but you never know. That'd be sick.
Well, I'm definitely going to repost this broadcast on all the things. You know what I mean?
Thanks,
hopefully everybody gets to see that. You know what I mean? You're also a fan of the fans.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
I'm going to get up there if it comes to that. Well, guys, this was awesome. And you know what's really cool is this was our last one for the season. We're not doing any more live, so I'm really happy y'all came on. This was great. Would you guys do us the honor before you guys dip to go make some more music of playing a single for us?
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, hey, we're doing it acoustic.
Acoustic?
Oh yeah. So so what do you guys want to play in here?
Whatever you want to do, guys.
I was thinking what might sound nice is Smokey and the Bandit.
Really?
Oh.
All right.
We got people asking for it.
All right. You want to do Smokey and the Bandit?
Sure. See if I remember it.
The pre-release of the release?
I know, right?
Of the
Pre-release? This is a sneak preview, ladies and gentlemen. Love it.
Well, it's a good thing that it will be in after this. I don't have to explain the whole song, right?
And then you're gonna come back on in a few months and play it again. This is gonna be man. Heck yeah.
I don't think we've ever done it like this acoustic, so we'll see how well. I might have to put in an extra dip.
There you go. This is like MTV Unplugged. Yeah.
Oh, MTV Unplugged.
Let me move this chair here. Look,
Good call,
we move all this stuff out and put the beds down later.
I get that too. Been there, brother.
Trying to think how it goes.
Do the GCDC run in.
Oh yeah. Trying to remember it.
Let me give you a quick rundown.
Here.
Let me give you a quick rundown.
It's been like I don't know, 2 months since we played this tune. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. Now I got it. Brain's coming around now. Us old guys, we can't think very well.
It's all right. I have a couple concussions.
You got to see that creative process.
Still screwing it up.
Dinner out, we were headed home. Tommy's floating at the radio. The call came in on the other end. Didn't call him partner and I wouldn't call him friend. He was in a spot, chased by the cops, had a batch brewing in a jar. Say no more, I was on my way, forgot the family was in the car. Oh, it didn't go how I planned it. Smoking in the bandit. Daddy's not supposed to be there in your time of need. Daddy's supposed to be the hero. You know that wasn't me. I was down for the crime, gone for the time, had a habit I needed to feed. Daddy's supposed to be the hero, but you couldn't make a hero out of me. 3 years later, I was 100 miles per hour down that gravel road, had that Mustang pedal pushed to the floor. Well, I looked up in my rearview mirror, there was no more laughter, all I saw was fear. Oh, it didn't go how I planned it. Smokey and the Bandit. Daddy's not supposed to be there in your time of need. Daddy's supposed to be the hero. You know that wasn't me. I was down for the crime, gone for the time, had a habit I needed to feed. Daddy's supposed to be the hero, but you couldn't make a hero out of me. 3 years later, I was on the porch when I thought I heard that thunder roar. I looked up, saw my pickup truck, he was headed for the door. My surprise, yeah, the shock in my eyes, when he looked up and said, oh, it didn't go how I planned it there. Smokey and the Bandit. Daddy's not supposed to be there in your time of need. Daddy's supposed to be the hero. You know that wasn't me. I was down for the crime, gone for the time, had a habit I needed to feed. Daddy's supposed to be the hero, but you couldn't make a hero out of me. No, you couldn't make a hero out of me. Oh, it didn't go how I planned it. Oh, that's not the way that I planned it. Smokey and the Bandit.
Badass gentleman. Badass.
Next time you have to catch me when I warm up first, huh?
That was really cool. That was a really cool way to end our season. It's a little reflective too, and that was a blast, guys. Yeah, man, that was awesome. I really enjoyed that. That was really cool. I think everybody watching did too. I think you guys just got some more fans. You got one here for sure. And you already was, so but that was just legit. So thank you guys. Seriously.
Tailgating Hall of Fame, the super fans, guys, they're really pushing us up. They're really helping us out. They're putting us on the map. We want to put them on the map. We want to put you on the map, hook you up with them. You want to talk some sports to some people who know some sports about their teams. These are the guys.
Okay.
Yeah. After the show, if you guys don't ever, I forget, like the first few men noticed this. I still sometimes do. I forget to tell people you don't have to leave. We can stay in here and chat for a minute. So in a few minutes, when we after we all say our goodbyes in a minute, guys, hang out and I want to get some connections and some stuff. I got some. I think we'll talk after the show for a minute. But all right, Mary, really quick, what you got coming up? Where can people find you?
Okay, I'm gonna be good this time because I think I have it all down for once. Finally, so you can find us at Mac Podcast 365 on YouTube. That's probably the best right now. We are trying to reach 70 subscribers still. It's kind of tough. Peter.
Y'all didn't catch that part.
Peter's having a blast.
Fine. For tomorrow night, oh my God, tomorrow night's already Friday. We are having Jimmy Christensen from Gammon, Wisconsin.
Nice. That's going to be very cool.
And Wednesday, I already told Isaac about this, urinating tree.
He's a really big YouTuber. Very big. So that's awesome.
600,000 subscribers. Has not reached Tom Grossi yet. Speaking of Tom, July NFL Fan of the Year is coming on Mac and Cheese Podcast.
Hey,
Very good.
Celebrities.
Tom Grossi is coming on.
Very cool. All right, really quick, Med, tell people where everybody finds you. I'm going to hit them up.
You can find me here on Blitz, and you can also find me on my own show, Shots from the Sidelines, where I talk about NFL and college football every Tuesday at 7 p.m. and Blitz comes on usually every Tuesday at 9 p.m.
And guys, and I can't share the song again because I had to move to my phone, so I apologize, but you guys should just play. And where can everybody find your stuff and your single?
Well, at Trailerpark Country on Facebook, it's been our biggest thing. It's the free deal. You can go there. Our music is on YouTube, the Dennis Cockerham Band. You can look us up, Dennis Cockerham, the Dennis Cockerham Band. That's Tailgate Crazy is the name of the song. And the other song that we have out is called Dirt Rich Dirty 4. You can find us on Spotify, Apple, all the streaming places. But check us out. If you have any questions, hit us up on on the Facebook or the Instagram. We're new to the Tick and Talk. But we're trying to reach people in China. But hit us up, hit everybody, hit any one of these guys up, and
we do answer our own messages, so it's
yeah,
not an AI thing.
Yeah,
that's huge, guys. It was a pleasure. You guys were awesome guests. I think I'm speaking for Med and Mary too, but we had a blast. That was a lot of fun, guys. Thank you for joining. That was really cool. Seriously, that was an awesome experience. Not just the song, but you guys were great. So thank you. And I am Izac. Obviously, you can find me Fun Football Podcast on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. But obviously on Blitz here, and this show will be on Podcast Boys Network. I'm going to try to get it up tonight so I can send it to them as well. So, but this is our last show, and I'm very happy we had them on. And you guys will see us again either in late July or early August, but it's going to be a few months. We'll be putting out some pre-records, but this is the last live show for Blitz. I will have one more on Tuesday. I finally got a big fishy. Brady from Green Bay Packer Nation's hopping on Tuesday night, and Med will be there and Jason will be there. So hope you guys check that out. That's my last Fun Football of the season. So thank you everybody for watching, everybody, and go check them out. They were great. Go follow them everywhere. And for Blitz, this is it. We're out.